I mean, you could do whatever you can do whatever you want, but I mean, we would have to make sure that people can hear you first.
Can you hear me now?
I think they can, because I let the channel go. Unlike last time we were all together and I failed to do so for like a good 5 minutes.
I want to know that I'm being heard.
I mean, I hear you. I mean, we're not getting anything from chat, so.
Chat, can you hear me? Can you hear me, chat?
Although you ruin things that we're beautiful humans, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ruin, you are also a beautiful human, and I want you to know that.
All right, now is Ruin fucking with me for real? Because
I feel like he can hear me.
Okay. Is he fucking with me now? Because like I swear, this time I actually pushed the button. I know I did it. I was self-conscious about it this time.
Dee does that to me often and be like, I can't hear you. And I'm like, Dee.
It's not cool. See, I can tell when I'm being heard because then I hear me. Okay, so what? Oh, okay. So it wasn't us. It was, I guess it was something on his end.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want anybody to trouble for that. Okay.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Mark Summers, Major Lennox, and it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for November 2nd, 2023. Of course, I am joined by two wonderful people this evening. First and foremost, the gentleman who's here with me each and every week, Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
Wakanda forever.
Wait. This isn't the end of the show.
I owed y'all one from last week.
You
Bombay.
I will always remember this grunt. This grunt I get from Kev. Y'all doing your best Tim Allen now? Oh. And all the way from the West Coast.
West Coast, best coast.
I beg to differ, but okay.
I mean, that's right. West Coast,
from
best
someone
coast.
who is on the East Coast, that's a hot take.
I mean, we East Coast, Beast Coast.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I'm saying this side. This side.
We've got merge conflict in the building.
What's going on, yo?
Mm.
I think I do have an overlay change, but because of that joke, I refuse to change it now.
Yeah, you are in the sin. You're in the sin portion, so yeah.
Look, you don't change it because you might break something, so just leave it alone.
I mean, you're right. So let's see, this week, we had a lot of shit. And I'm telling you, we had a lot of shit because I typed it all. I was busy this week, man.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm wondering if it was very heavy this week because of the fact that I was trying to catch up from articles from last week. So anything that showed up Friday that I wrote that was probably from Wednesday or Thursday ended up on the list this week. But yeah,
there's just a lot of tech stuff going on too.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, and unfortunately, not great shit.
Yeah, we dealing with the shenanigans of a Techtober, and then we're kind of also easing into November a little bit. So yeah.
No, it's a lot of end of quarter things that are happening.
Yeah.
That aren't great for people. A lot of people, whether it's employment or hey, shit is getting expensive. But man, that's a nice Maserati you bought. It's a dope ass C-Class or whatever the most expensive Mercedes is.
I wouldn't know because I'm not gonna buy one.
Exactly. I don't know. Anywho, let's get into it. Of course, this week we're starting with our Twitter minute. or Twitter corner. Or we
This
were
week brought to you by the letter X.
Mm-hmm.
we were doing that until the monitor didn't show. There it is. Hi. Hey, here it is. So it's Twitter. It's a Twitter minute, Twitter quarter, but also subscription time because there is a lot of subscriptions we're going to talk about this week. There are more subscriptions coming from Twitter. If you thought paying $8 a month or $13 a month if you bought it on the phone was a lot, or the fact that you were required in New Zealand and the Philippines to spend $1 to get access to basic features like tweeting. What if I told you you can spend way more than that to get Premium Plus, baby?
What's more premium than the premium that no one bought?
See, you make that mistake. A lot of people bought it, but you can't see it because they hid the check mark. So you can't see that they bought it, but they bought it because they're ashamed that they bought it.
Mm-hmm. So you can't shame people and be like, this person bought to the blue.
See, I would get Premium Plus if it let me show who bought Premium. Like, give me that ability.
I'm gonna turn
shame people.
I'm gonna turn your badge back on. Ha!
Just like anything that I comment on, it just shows in the whole thread who bought Premium.
Mm-hmm.
So this nigga bought Premium.
What's about Premium?
Well, Premium Plus doesn't give you that, but it gives you no ads in your For You or following timelines. So finally, no ads in Twitter. Unfortunately, it's tied to 50 million other subscriptions and not the one I want. If I ever wanted to be on Twitter. And be like, this nigga support Nazis. The largest boost for your replies versus other premium tiers or unverified users.
What even does that mean? Like,
your replies
you're just
show
going
up
to let
first.
people see my post?
First.
The whole point of the social network?
Just the
First?
whole
Okay.
top. You get to beat the algorithm. To where, when more people buy it, to beat the algorithm, you've now created a third algorithm. And then you also get access to their full suite of creative tools or creator tools.
Do they mention what those creator tools are? Now you can hit the post button.
I don't know. Let's see.
You can actually schedule tweets.
So you get paid to post, creator subscriptions, X Pro, which I get. Oh yeah, I forgot to tweet that. The Media Studio and analytics.
Oh, we posting video on Twitter?
You can always post 120 seconds, right?
I don't know. It's just longer video now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they call that a link to YouTube. Just hit that there.
Yep.
But why would we want to drive people off of this wonderful website that is not a dumpster fire?
That is a great question.
Also, still really weird that SMS two-factor authentication is a thing you need to pay for.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes, I want to pay for less security.
That is funny. That's funny as hell. I'm gonna pay for worse moderation. That's what I'm finna do.
Yes, get a check mark next to your name. Hooray.
So do all accounts on Twitter now
wait.
require a subscription, or is it there's still the free tier?
They're still free. You're just an unverified user at that point.
Okay.
You're no different than a bot. But I love this, like verification and security, check mark. Customization, hide your check mark. Hide your likes, hide your subscription. No, please don't show. No, please do not show that I support Nazis. Oh no, oh, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
This is so terrible. Oh no.
Oh no.
But yes, for the low price of $16 a month, or with their annual plan, $168 a year.
Like, yeah.
That is $168 too much for Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Anka's talking about somebody almost burned down an apartment. Like she ain't burned down that ship and Sea of Thieves.
With a whole banana.
Okay. But no, there's more. There is more to this story. Because for measly $3 a month, you can just get a small reply boost. No check marks. You still get ads. Just get a little bump. Get a little bump. Just get a little bump of your replies.
I just can't imagine being like an active user of this service just to get people who have paid to get access to you. And you don't get any of that.
Parasocial relationships a thing, man. It's a drug.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I wouldn't know.
I mean, the one thing they got going for them is they do have encrypted DMs. They don't have to use a separate app for that, like we do over at Mastodon, but it's fine.
Yeah, you have to really trust your Mastodon admin to not look at your DMs.
Luckily, I am my own Mastodon DM. I mean,
looking directly at Major, which is right here.
I mean, you have your own Mastodon instance too.
Yeah, I don't trust myself though. I always look at my DMs. What is Andrew talking about on his non-active Mastodon instance?
I wish I knew how to access anybody else's DMs. Like I'm like in that Mastodon Discord server. They be talking about shit like, yo, y'all be doing that? Like, I barely touch mine. Sometimes, like, I'm surprised when there's updates to Mastodon. Mine just works. I guess I'm good here. Yeah, cool.
Like, I didn't know there was an update to Mastodon until Mastodon themselves tooted at me and was like, you need to update your instance. I'm like, oh, I guess I should do that.
It should do that. Yeah, just update. Just press the button.
All right. Cool.
The fact that now when it's built, the fact that they actually have something built into it now that lets you know. Like I got an email saying, hey, there's a new point release. I was like, oh, word, let's do that. Now I don't actually need to keep this server around because that was the whole reason. 4.2 release, and I did not know for like a couple of days. I was like, maybe I should pay attention to this more. And it's like, oh no, we built that in. We built that into 4.2. I was like, oh fuck. So then you're now useless. Ruin, I'm gonna ban you from chat. All this time I've been talking about Mastodon, he was like, is that a game? No. Hey, on Twitter, speaking of Twitter, if you get fact checked, you don't get a check. There was a change to their monetization policy this week that says, hey, if you get a community note in your post, you ain't gonna get paid for that post. I didn't put this in the article, but I am wondering if that includes Elon Musk's salary. Because I feel if anything, he's getting all of his posts to get monetized because that's how he gets a paycheck, to get people to come into Mastodon. I mean, in Twitter. Geez, oh Lord. You get people to come to Twitter to see what the fuck shit he said.
But were they doing the thing where they were fact checking the fact checkers though? So people who are doing fact checks. So I think that they're saying the idea is to demonetize people spreading misinformation, but I think they were just doing it as a weapon to fight people who are
and that was the
fact checking
whole point.
people that they want to support.
And that was the whole point. As somebody had pointed out, let's see, yeah. Xi'an, I cannot pronounce that. I am so sorry. Interesting, most of the negative responses to this announcement by Elon Musk are coming from some of the community noted blue tick accounts on this app. So apparently, like their issue. Oh, wait, here it is. People have already raised opposition to this move. It was pointed out that the system could be used maliciously. Users could flag tweets that they don't like and cause a loss of revenue. Musk stated that it would be immediately obvious if someone tried to weaponize the tool.
But are they going to do anything about it?
No. Because the quickest thing you can say, I mean, the easiest thing you can say is, oh, we'll know if it's being used to be weaponized, not give any specifics, and then just like when it happens, I mean, I don't know. It doesn't look like that. This doesn't look like a problem to me. I don't know. Like, is it true? Do you have sources? I'm on the ground getting blown up, but how'd you get blown up? You're still tweeting. I'm sorry.
Does it go into like what's the appeal process? Is there an appeal process for it?
There was not an appeal process noted. Apparently, it's speculated this may have something to do with the European Union opening that investigation into how things are being reported about Israel and Gaza. But yeah, the worst way to go about this is letting the community do it, as opposed to, I don't know, the moderation teams that were working there about a year ago, but are no longer there.
If you had moderations teams, you couldn't do moves like this. So really, Musk is thinking 3 steps ahead.
I mean, obviously. That's why he's at the top. I mean, again, this one thing we've argued on this platform is that, look, capitalism is based on meritocracy. Obviously, the smartest and brightest people rise to the top.
Only the best of the best.
Only the
most
best
honest and hardest working people rise to the top.
I know. Heck yeah, let me hop on Twitter and start singing the praises of Nintendo as the one true god of PC gaming. I'll fact check anyone who doesn't agree. Told you got some more subscriber news coming to you. Disney thinks subscribers are happy to sit through ads.
Which subscribers? Not this one. Not this one.
Now the House of Mouse has come out and said that it's actually working from March to September 2023. Disney stated that 50% of new subscribers were actively choosing their $7.99 a month plan with ads than the more expensive ones that exclude them. Rita Farrell, Disney's president of global advertising, told The Hollywood Reporter that 40% of Disney Plus subs chose to view ads earlier in the year. This is after they added the tier back in December 2022 and advertised it heavily.
So people picked the cheaper one.
Yeah.
And they went with people are happy to watch ads.
Yeah.
That's the reason why.
And not, oh no, you priced us out of the ones without ads, so this is the only one we can fucking choose.
That is some creative accounting there.
That is some mental gymnastics.
Bob Iger, CEO of Disney, stated in an earnings call in August, quote, "We're actually keeping the advertiser-supported product flat in terms of prices. We're obviously trying with our other pricing strategy to migrate more subs to the advertiser-supported tier. So yes, we'll keep moving the barrier until you cannot afford it. Doesn't matter how much you make to get you to go to that ad-supported tier. That way we'll get you coming and we'll get you going. And you're gonna love it."
I already don't love it because I know with Disney there are times where some of the shows won't play, and I have the ad free tier, but it won't play through my ad blocker. It'll get stuck until I turn off the ad blocker, even though it doesn't play an ad. Like, and I don't even want to sit through that, let alone a whole ad for something I'm already paying for.
Mm-hmm. That was the kind of thing that I felt when it came to like the ad tiers. This was like early days of like Hulu, where it was like Hulu was free, and then they had like ad tiers, and then it was like, oh, you pay like, I think it was like you pay like $7 and you still get ads, and I'm like, why am I paying for access when it was free with ads? And then all of a sudden it's like, now I gotta pay but with ads. And then they had the ad tier, and I'm like, just give me the ad tier. I just pay for the ad tier. I'm paying so I don't have ads. Or I don't pay at all.
Ruin it is $13.99 without ads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
of course, when you go to DisneyPlus.com, they do not sell you that initially. Like,
no.
They are already like, hey, you could just combine them. And I don't have it, but it is an article that you can catch up on DCAnalyst.net. Disney Plus is buying the rest of the shares of Hulu from Comcast, so this is actually wholly Disney now.
Yeah.
This is all Disney, but again, this is an ad. Like what they don't tell you is like these are both the ad tiers.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, $9.99 a month, cool. But what is it? Oh wait, it won't even take me there. Oh, now I'm stuck here. It's just like, hey,
there's a view all plans option.
Yeah.
Look at it.
I mean, that's where I was, and I figured if I clicked it would take me down here, but that is not what happened. Duo Basic has ads for $9.99, but $20 a month, you get Duo Premium. And now there's Trio Basic and Trio Premium. And of course, Trio Basic is obviously the best it's the best value. Obviously best value for Disney because they get that ad revenue.
I like
exactly
that ad-free streaming on like Disney and Hulu only, because ESPN would have ads for sports games.
Yeah, because they're showing live content. Like they might have to put stuff in there.
Yeah. So again, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, you pay for access.
Does it?
The on-demand stuff like the 30 for 30s, I don't think they would be at.
I mean, what would you do in the middle of a football game and they're showing an ad? Like, what would they? Do you want to actually listen to commentary? I think I would actually rather watch the ads than listen to the commentary.
It'll be like music. Hey, there's an ad playing here. You don't have to see it. It's just like music. I've seen it before. It's like they just put like a little splash screen up that we'll be back with your content shortly, and it's just like music,
now playing on Pretzel.
Yeah, that's what
they choose Pretzel like license free music.
Yeah,
that's what Peacock does. So on the odd time whenever I watch like Sunday Night Football, and it'll be like they'll go to commercial and they'll be like, "Well, your content will be coming back to you shortly," and then maybe an ad will play. A regional ad would play.
Yeah, something like that. Like, yeah,
football.
ESPN was doing that for a while. Like I was watching a lot of NBA and stuff, and that's what they would do. Is like there's like some little guitar riff and like just some.
Yeah.
ESPN logo just floating across the screen and shit.
Yeah, it was just like,
So it's like
yeah,
they can do it. They can do it. They just choose not to.
Yeah,
And we get the bouncing DVD logo.
Yes, let's do that.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
but it says ESPN though. It just says ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a bouncing like sports ball, like it's a football or a hockey puck or a basketball or something. Disney.
They could make this okay, I'm not going to give them any free ideas, but they could make this a game where it's like it's individual, and if it like hits into a little goal, you get ESPN points, and you can redeem that for like ESPN prizes or something.
Yeah, you can give them that because that's a terrible idea.
No. Watch.
Like hats, beer codes.
Hats. Oh, and then you could tie it in with crypto.com.
Nope.
And
all right, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Okay, you're doing too much, Merge.
Way too much.
I was on your side till you brought crypto up, and I'm like, nope.
Every time little basketball makes into a goal, you get a Bitcoin or something.
Lock them up with SBF.
How much is a Bitcoin worth? No.
Speaking of subscriptions and ads, Netflix rewards you with one less ad if you are binging their content. Stick with me and I will show you one less ad. Isn't that nice?
So wait, they'll get, as a reward for watching, you will let you continue watching uninterrupted
without an ad. Yes, you'll get to see an episode without an ad.
Is that before or after the "Are you still there?" prompt?
So it happens. That happens after 3 episodes, correct?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it happens after 3 episodes. And if that's true, then yes, that is exactly when it happens. Let's see. Starting next year, if you watch 3 episodes in a row of any show, your 4th one is on them. So when you have to interact,
is the ad tier free?
No.
Then it's not on them. They're just not. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I'll also say that those are just my choice of words.
Yeah.
Look, at a certain point, you just get really salty when this is all you're reporting on for a bit.
I mean, I'm salty just reading about it for a bit. So
I mean, like you saw the original document. There was a lot more of these. Look, I mean, you can even see at the bottom. You might also like Max is taking long-time subscribers by taking away 4K. YouTube seems to be turning the screws on ad blockers. Like, what do you want? This is just it's been a week for tech news, man.
Everyone's trying to juice those in a quarter numbers here.
Switching gears real quick, back to Bandcamp. Of course, we've been talking about the Epic Games Bandcamp Songtradr fiasco that's been going on this past month. Looks like Bandcamp United kind of confirmed what was going on and said, hey, yeah, nah, dog, no, you can't just meet with us and then just unceremoniously let us go. So they have filed an unfair labor practices what do they call it? Oh geez, I had it written down here somewhere. Violation. Wow. They filed an unfair labor practice violation against Songtradr in California earlier this week. It is not guaranteed that something will happen to Songtradr, but it may prompt an investigation. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Hopefully, some more information will be forthcoming with regards to that. But yeah, it's good to see that, hey, the union is about to fight, and hopefully we can get some more jobs for people who, or at least some type of compensation. Even though, again, probably for these folks, a job would be the best compensation.
Mm-hmm.
So were they Songtradr employees before the layoffs?
No.
Or they were Epic employees before?
They were Epic employees before the layoff. Then the news dropped that, hey, we let people know who's going to Songtradr and who was let go. Or I imagine Songtradr made that announcement. because I think at the point when they closed the deal, that's when those emails went out.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when we initially reported on it, we did not know if union members made it. A week or so later, we found out that union members did not make it. And now the union members are like, yeah, so we met with them. They know exactly who we are, even though they said they don't. So yeah, we're calling bullshit on that.
Yeah. So I guess with the unions, is the deal with Epic? Is it like in general? Because it's like, okay, I can see if the union had a deal with Epic. But I wonder if Songtradr is under any obligation to honor whatever their deal with Epic was.
And that's what I think what that might come down to. So it doesn't, because it seems like they're going after Songtradr. I'm not sure if they're going after Epic. And that may be the deciding factor.
Where they were employed.
Yeah. That might be the deciding factor, because they're going after Songtradr. So, well, you technically were never Songtradr employees. Right. They may have never acknowledged your union, and if we let go of you before then. But also, well, actually, they may have somewhat of a case even with Songtradr, because like it's not like Songtradr didn't know who the union members were. And if they can prove that they cut those jobs because of it, they may have something. It's not like we cut the lowest performing or we just randomly cut redundancies. It's like, no, you specifically targeted the union members.
Yeah, I'm wondering, again, I don't know enough about union law or how mergers and acquisitions work, which is why we can comment on this. But it's like, it seems like they would, I don't know, we are buying Bandcamp, and then we are hiring X number of you, and they choose who to hire. So it's literally there. They have a termination from Epic. They just were never hired onto Songtradr. I don't know how that works legally. It's just, I hope Bandcamp has a case here, because again, I think we talked about this, where there has to be some consequences for companies that go out and buy these other companies and just ruin people's lives.
Right.
For what? Like, Epic knew when they bought Bandcamp that they had no idea what they were going to do with Bandcamp. They should have just never bought it.
Which is why that union was formed, because they're like, yeah, why?
Right. So anyway, I absolutely hope they have a case here. I just don't know legally if they have any grounds to stand on here.
Yeah. Yeah, so according to the filing, within the previous 6 months, the employer refused to hire employees because the employees joined or supported a labor organization and in order to discourage union activities or membership. So yeah, I guess that they're saying like, hey, they did us dirty because they were trying to send a message, and if they can prove that that's what Songtradr did.
So did any of the union employees make it in?
I don't think so. None of them made it.
I mean, I think that's a pretty, because even at random chance, if it wasn't targeted, some of them would have made it.
Right.
Out of 830 employees.
Well, no, the 830 employees were all Epic employees. This was a separate number of people.
Outside of the 800? I thought they were included. Anyway, I thought they were included in the 830.
No, the 830 were the initial people. Like, these are the people from Epic that are getting laid off. Mm-hmm. Songtradr is another thing, and we'll find out them later.
Oh, that was a under the rug kind of thing. We're not going to report those numbers. Okay.
Because that's not our problem anymore. That's Songtradra's problem. Oh, and I love this one. DoorDash. Be ashamed if your fries got cold because you decided not to tip.
Who doesn't tip their DoorDash?
Oh, plenty of people don't.
Please tip your DoorDash person.
One of my best posts on Mastodon was me talking about that shit.
There are times, and maybe you are the appropriate person to ask after the show here. There's one time where I accidentally didn't tip somebody, and like I could not find a way to go back and correct it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
I felt so bad.
Honestly, I don't know.
All right.
So the move that should have been done ages ago, DoorDash has now started to warn customers who feel that their food delivery service workers don't deserve to be compensated. In a tweet that has since been deleted, a message will pop up if you enter a $0 tip. And it says, orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue? Dashers can pick and choose which orders they want to do. Orders that take longer to be accepted by Dashers tend to result in a slower delivery. So now, this is not the game that I play, but my wife does. There are Dashers out there who will do the absolute bare minimum, depending on how low that tip is. If they don't see that you aren't including a tip, they're going to skip over your shit. So it's not so much like people are going to do nasty shit to your food. It's just like nobody's going to pick it up. Until somebody like me comes along who's just gladly hitting the accept button every time an order comes up just because, oh, there's a red button, I should press it. And it's only after I've delivered it that I discover, oh wait, there was no tip. What the fuck did I do this for? But then DoorDash also, it's like it penalizes you in a way too, to where it's like, if you aren't accepting orders, they may rank you lower and you get less orders. Like they'll send fewer orders your way. So, I mean, it's a weird system. And I'm like, yeah, look, I just want to go. So I will take whatever and it'll be fine. But yet after having to go up, again, the 3 flights of stairs with my badass knees, yeah, I'm taking the order regardless. But not everybody is me.
You know, I read this, and I'm just now thinking it's like when you were saying I've delivered, it's actually you saying that.
Yeah,
I've just that's you. You wrote this.
Yeah, I did.
I just reading. I'm like, okay. It's like you were talking like this is you. Wait, it is you.
I shared an article with somebody the other day and they were like, who wrote this? It's like, I did.
Me.
It was me.
'Tis I.
It was me. Deal.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, again, tip your DoorDash delivery drivers.
Please.
Yeah, please do.
What are you doing?
Yes.
But also DoorDash, please don't make people have to substitute tips for a reasonable wage. So
that too. Switched to Uber for many reasons. One of which was, yeah, I can get paid a lot quicker through Uber than I could through DoorDash.
It'd be like allow people a wage plus per mileage, and then be like, all right, tips.
So that's when you move to New York. Because
Yeah.
I think that's the only place where people are getting actually paid.
Because that shit is necessary in a place like New York. It's like,
Yeah.
I feel like it's necessary anywhere.
no,
Because again, like,
yes, but also New York, because
I'm just saying, I had to figure out some way to get a new tire.
right.
I would not have had to get the new tire if it was not for Uber. So again, you pay me a livable wage here in North Carolina, I could probably afford a new tire.
And you'd be surprised where it's like, oh, people are actually being paid and like motivated to deliver food, as opposed to not being motivated, and you may or may not get your food. Who knew?
Who knew?
Yeah, these services
Wait,
live or die.
Not treating people like a disposable resource and they're happy?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Wow.
to understand that those people actually were, the heroes of the pandemic, yet you treat them like shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just so y'all know, I'm watching Superstore again. And I'm loving every bit of it.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's a good show. It's a really good
It's on my list.
It is a great show.
Yeah, it's like if you ever worked in retail. Yeah,
or just even remotely interested in unionization.
Yeah.
And saying that, I feel like I spoiled a good chunk of that show because that is really what that thing is about.
Yeah.
And I did not realize till like a subsequent watch is like, oh shit, they started this conversation at the beginning. Shout out to the GOAT. The GOAT lives on. First article over here at DC Analyst. Of course, we're in the gaming news, and we're going to talk about our auntie Sarah on Sarah Bond's internet.
Who I love.
The boss.
Who I love.
Of Xbox.
Uh-huh.
That's right. For those who do not know, there was a recent shakeup over at Xbox this week, where a couple of people were promoted. Where a few people were promoted. Let's see. If I could, Uncle Phil Spencer is now the CEO of Xbox.
Right. And
which I feel like is a new position. I don't think there was a CEO before.
Yeah.
Of just Xbox? Yeah, I don't think so.
Nah.
They had a major
Xbox. He was like Xbox boss, but he wasn't like CEO.
Yeah. So Phil Spencer is now the CEO of Xbox.
Yeah.
Which means that he had a position, or technically had two positions he needed to fill.
Yep.
No pun intended.
Yep. And Mr. Booty.
Yes, Mr. Booty got one of them. I think he's doing the publishing bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because this is not here to uplift Matt Booty, so I have no idea. I meant to cover that part, but definitely didn't get around to it.
Yeah, no, it's always about Sarah Bond because Sarah Bond is necessary because yes, but we're just taking time to honor. We're just here to honor the two other white men that we know.
Look, things happen at Xbox. Let's set the stage as to why we're here.
This is really Sarah Bond's time, but we're just taking the time to recognize the two white men that we know in Xbox. Uncle Phil and Mr. Booty. Yeah.
These are the steps along the way to where we're going.
Right, yeah.
Bear with us for a second.
Yeah.
So yes, Matt Booty was promoted to a role that did not technically exist, but was part of Phil Spencer's abilities. Apparently, it's part of what he was doing, but just got supposed to say, hey, this is a new position. Matt Booty, have this one. Publishers, publishing, all that shit. Have fun with that. Yeah. But however, the beloved Miss Sarah Bond, or Mrs., I'm not sure if she is married. That's none of my business. So Miss will suffice right now.
Doesn't matter. I love her anyway.
Kev, I'm gonna just snap out of it.
Doesn't matter. I love her anyway.
This is how we got in this shit last week. Snap out.
Well, I'm clocked in. I'm just saying.
Formerly the corporate vice president of Xbox, now the president of Xbox, but Sarah Bond is here doing the damn thing. I mean, Anka went through a history. Like it's almost like, look, she's gonna be like the next Walter Isaacson, or Walter Isaacson.
I mean, can we just recognize this article? Like, yes. I saw this article and I'm just like, okay, I can't post anymore until I learn to write. Because if this is what I'm competing with, like, what am I supposed to do here?
I almost want to sit there and take you to the back end and show you what she did, because she asked me initially, do I need to care about this SEO stuff? I was like, nah, not really. She did it. She got all the green lights on that shit.
Mm-hmm. I get mine from like right to orange to yellow, and I'm like, I'm good.
It's like I ain't even started yet.
That's where I was until I saw Anka's. Like, okay, maybe I should sit down and actually read what these things are telling me and let me fix it accordingly. And I'm gonna say, been more consistently hitting those green lights now.
Yeah, no, I mean, just the content of the article is great, and I would have to say it's like this says that she was Sarah Bonds was playing GoldenEye in college. How many times do you think she heard the Bond joke about her name?
Right.
A million times. But the article itself is great. So
there's one thing I see here that makes me sad, but I'm glad she got out. Some stuff I've been hearing about McKinsey and Company lately.
I too saw that last week tonight, so I definitely know what you're talking about.
It's like shit.
And I was like, and they had the wall of like former like McKinsey and company associates, and why I'm like, wait a minute, is that Sundar? Sundar.
Yep.
That answers so many questions. And then I find out what was his role in there. Metallurgy. Get out. I'm so mad my Kleenex fell on the floor. That's just so wild. I'm like in metallurgy, and now you run in like Google. Of course. It's
like the one dark spot is like I have to be fair. I call it like I see it. It's an unfortunate blemish. Because for those who do not know what McKinsey and Company does, they again, like it says, it's a global consulting firm, but mainly what they're going into companies to do is figure out how to pare companies down, help them get back on the right track, which normally shows up to the average employee as a layoff.
Yep. Have you ever, if you've ever seen like House of Lies, a good way to like break that down is watching like Don Cheadle's House of Lies, and you can understand what goes on.
Except they weren't
the
laying
main thing
people
is
off.
like if you see that your company has acquired the services of McKinsey and Company, it's just start preparing your resume.
Yeah. I mean, like I will say at least for the company that they were, or Don Cheadle and Co. were working for in House of Lies, they weren't laying people off.
No.
Or at least I don't remember them doing that.
Definitely doing a lot of corporate takeovers though.
But yeah. But outside of this, see, it's one thing I wish I didn't know. I wish I didn't watch that episode of last week tonight. Because that stuff, like, I want to say, like, this did not stick out initially. Granted, that episode came out before Anka wrote the article.
Yeah.
So, like, that's on me for not thoroughly going through it. I was really happy to see, like, just the amount of content that was here. It's like, wow, this is actually really cool. But yeah, today it's like I saw the Well, she got out. She got out.
We all have a journey.
She got out.
We all have a journey.
Yeah.
And as long as you're more often on the right path than the wrong path.
Yeah. But yeah, congratulations, Sarah Bond. You deserve it. You got out of the bad place. You're now in a good place.
Yes.
We salute you. And Anka, before we go, Anka, we salute you too for this amazing article and having the rest of us kind of step our game up.
Or at least promise to.
Yeah.
Or at least start, because I haven't started.
Yeah, Steam Next Fest says come and gone.
Yeah, I still gotta write that article.
For what now? It's not here. You might as well just save it for next time.
I mean, there's some things that I saw that are coming out.
I mean, look, you got that hands-on impression for my time at Sandrock. I know that just dropped today.
And I gotta like push myself to, and I gotta push myself to play more Sea Skyline so I can talk.
Also, you got Jusant.
Oh yeah, I got Jusant. I played that.
I am giving you time, man.
I know, but I'm just like,
no. What I'm saying is like I haven't played Jusant because I have a feeling as soon as I do, I'm gonna write it.
It's open. Yeah, I know.
So, you're talking about the full game though. I thought you played the demo, right?
I played the demo, and that's also a reason why I haven't written anything or been wanting to play Jusant. I want to play it, but it's not I'm in a rush because I do have thoughts on the game already.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure I think Kevin's also played the demo, but I feel like Kev also might be that person who would like to talk about the quaint little cozy game.
I played the demo and I was like, yeah, let me stop. Because it was like, yeah, let me stop because it's coming out pretty soon and it's on Game Pass. And then I played more of it and I'm just like, I fucks with this. Like I fucks with this heavy. And I'm like, it kind of reminded me of like Journey in a way, almost in that like we're not telling the story, but we're telling the story.
Save your thoughts for the article.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that for article. Yeah.
Stop giving it away for free. Even though we're gonna give it away for free anyway.
Even though we're gonna give it away. Take these words and put it in text form.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start. I'm trying.
I can't SEO your
transcript. That's it.
Yeah,
I can't SEO your words in a video.
I think I'm gonna have a little bit of wiggle room like tomorrow and Saturday, so I'll probably start putting together an article. Outline of thoughts. So. Yep.
Yeah, I finally got Tycho's account squared away because I'm tired of every time I post an article in Discord. He's got what is it? What is the word I'm looking for? Valid points. That's not the word I was looking for, but it's going to work now. He has valid points and criticisms about the things that are happening. I was like, oh my God, you are writing whole articles in Discord. Please stop. Go over there. Write them over there.
It's your Discord. Copy, paste, fix up, punch up the text.
I mean, I could do that. Just like this giant block quote.
It's got the timestamps and everything from Discord in there.
Yeah, just copy everything into like small things, edit, like construct the bottom into like 3 paragraph story.
What if I just run it through? Oh wait, I mean, look, everybody else is using Chat GPT and AI to write articles. What if I just threw the Discord conversation in there? Take this chat transcript and turn it into an article.
Summarize this into an article.
Man, at the rate you're posting, you might have to start using ChatGPT.
Man, let's go, babe. Man, come on, man. I'm crushing it. I'm just afraid that if I were to go out and do Uber again, that's going to set me back. Because that's what happened last week. I went Ubering one day and was backed up for 3 days. Like I would do Thursday. I started on Thursday. Couldn't finish Thursdays. So I had to bring it into Friday, and then Friday's shit got piled on, and then like because it was the weekend, I was able to kind of catch up because nobody was doing anything. But oh my God, it was a nightmare. But yeah, shout out to Anka, shout out to Sarah Bond. Thank y'all so much. Dope Black women in the industry. I thought Anka's first article was going to be about cosplay. But no, she approached it. I want to write an article about Sarah Bond.
Cool.
Like she actually sent that Thursday when I was driving, and I'm like, what did Sarah Bond do? And then that's when I caught the news. Oh shit. Go girl.
Mm-hmm.
In more Xbox news, it seems like if you own some third-party Xbox accessories that aren't necessarily licensed to be used on an Xbox, you got until November 12th to get that shit fixed. Or you just gonna be asked out of an accessory.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. Is it sensitive?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why it was sensitive, but
are you logged in? All right.
What you said it was sensitive. I don't know what's in here that was sensitive unless it's like, hey, this background is bright as shit. It might hurt your eyes. Let's see, Brooke. There we go. That's what I was looking for. The error. Windows Central has reported that several folks in the Xbox community noticed a warning pop up when using unlicensed controllers. When they tried to connect, they would get an error 0x82D60002. According to the Xbox support page, that means whatever they tried to plug in was not manufactured by Microsoft or another licensed Xbox hardware partner. One controller manufacturer, Book Gaming, has issued a product saying, hey, some of our products don't follow whatever standard Microsoft is looking for, and will break by the 12th. Let's see here. Apparently, they are working with customers to try to alleviate the issue. I don't know what it's going to do. They're probably going to need to send out controllers. Let's see. Microsoft has put out a statement saying that at that time you will receive. So on November 12th, at that time you will receive error code 0x82 D6003. We encourage you to contact the store or manufacturer where you obtain the accessory to get help with returning it.
That is the most brutal thing to do. It's just like, look, just go ahead and take this back.
I mean,
because it ain't gonna work.
Gave him 2 weeks. They gave him 2 weeks
From when you first plugged it in.
Yeah.
You got that for your birthday present, then you're out of luck.
Well, yeah, if you're buying it after the news dropped, that's on you at this point. Like, they're just saying, like, look, on November 12th, the feature's turning on, whether you like it or not. It would be nice if there was an official, like, if they came out and said something about it initially, and not like people plugging shit in and finding out about it, and then articles have to get written to educate the public.
Right.
Like, there should have been a thing of like, hey, just so you know, in this update you just downloaded to your Xbox, we're ending support for unlicensed controllers.
Right.
I mean, but this is basically ended, like, anyone who is trying to, like, Kickstarter a hardware accessory or something like that, the controller or whatever for the Xbox. Like, unless you can get to a point where you can make enough to be part of the Made for Xbox program.
Yeah.
There's no point.
Mm-hmm. So when you're thinking about, like, Turtle Beach or...
I mean, I'm wondering
Steel Series or, like, 8-bit.
I'm wondering if...
8-bit.
If you were making the hardware, if you put the Xbox in like a developer mode, would it still work?
I mean, if you're making it, but if you're
using
it, yeah.
I mean, it's the thing of like, if you're making, let's say if you're kickstarting a new controller, right? You can still make it if it's in developer mode and it doesn't block access to your controller, because they have to have some way for manufacturers to be able to build new controllers without having access to the thing because they may not afford it, right?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's going to be any problem for people who are making it. Like I said, you have developer mode. Of course, you have the limitations when you're developer mode about what you can do with it. So it's not a solution for customers to be able to put their Xbox in developer mode.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, like, if they're developing it and they're in Kickstarter, they get enough money to then get the license. That way, when they sell it,
like, well, the thing is that's a whole nother cost on top of manufacturing that you have to factor into your Kickstarter at this point.
Yeah.
So how much does that cost? Like, there's the
right.
The Apple, what is it, the
MFI
MFI program or whatever it is, that you can be a part of. So it's not out of the question what Xbox is doing. It's just like, I could see them doing like, okay, like Xbox, 2024, like the new version, the new console coming out, it has this limitation, but to impose that now on Xbox now, where people are again making products that are supposed to work for it, it's a rough move.
Of course, this is the consumer side of it. Like, it would be nice if it would be nice to know, like, how much it would be to to become a part of that program.
Like, I'm wondering if it's like a upfront cost or an agree to a royalty or something like that.
Right. Yeah, I am not seeing a way to get into it, which Yeah, that would fucking suck. I mean, maybe you have to contact somebody at Xbox. But yeah, there's a lot of things here. Like, there's a lot of links here saying, hey, you can create a custom Xbox controller. So it's like, I wonder if those companies are going to be in operation going forward. Guess the next Xbox name.
I mean, I'm looking at they have a list of their hardware partners on their Design for Xbox page, and it's like they have like 8BitDo, which I know that's a pretty popular brand, but they can't be selling a ton of controllers. They're pretty specialized. You have SteelSeries, which is everywhere, so I imagine that they're making enough for this. But there are also a lot of smaller companies on here, well, presumably smaller companies who are on here. So hopefully it's affordable, but it seems like one of those things where it's like, well, if you don't know who to contact for this, then maybe it's not the program for you.
Yeah, some of these companies don't even make controllers. Like, I imagine Lucid Sound is not a company that makes controllers.
Right, but I think the made for Xbox is generic. Like you have like a Western Digital Black one there and stuff like that.
Any company. Yeah, Hori is right here. Oh, it's that time again where I highlight that you have turned into status where I'm playing game. American Girl is on this list.
Yeah, Hori makes good controllers. American Girl, they're the ones who make the
American Girl
the creepy
dolls?
realistic baby dolls.
Like, it makes me wonder what product are they selling that is designed for Xbox?
You ever see that movie Megan?
I have heard of it. I have seen the trailers for it.
Yeah, that's what they're making.
Is this it? The Xbox gaming set? She comes with a this is in no way real, right? It has to be. It's their website.
Oh, it comes with like a little baby Xbox, and does it come with a gift card too?
But
none of that actually plugs into the Xbox.
All right. Let's make this big. A faux Xbox console designed to match the Xbox Series X with a spot to insert pretend game disc. A black headset that matches the Xbox Series X and fits on the doll's head for gameplay. That's the Xbox headset, that wireless joint. Two controllers that match the Xbox Series X with one attachment bracket for mobile device for gaming on the go. So, like, she technically gets a fake phone. This is wild, bro. I love it. Xbox packets are better than PlayStation packets. A fuzzy blue chair with gold legs that's comfy enough for an all-day gaming session. I don't know, like metal bars, like that, sure. A faux cell phone with 3 interchangeable mobile screens that mimic mobile game screens.
So does it come with the doll? I mean, I'm looking like for $45. This is actually not a. I
don't think it does, because I think this is the accessories.
The accessories. I mean, I could see, like, you've got your kid in front of the Xbox. I was about to say PlayStation. You got a kid in front of the Xbox there, and they've got their American doll, set up right beside them. I think that's actually it's actually pretty cool.
A pretend Game Pass card that looks just like a real Game Pass activation card. Why?
It looks like.
It looks like one, yes.
It's not one.
No,
oh, that's funny.
It is pretend.
That's hilarious.
A game case.
I want to just get the packets of fake gift cards to give out to people.
a game case and pretend game disc inserted into the console, push a button, and it plays a sound effect. So I guess that is this Ag Road Trip game, or AG Road Trips for Our American Girl. So that's the fake one. That's a pretend game. And then they have an Ori and the Will of the Wisp game case and pretend game disc. So you can play Ori or American Girl. I'm just loving everything I read and see about this. I am loving.
The only thing that I don't love is the fact that those are fake. The games are fake and the gift card is fake. For $45, give them like a real $10 to $15 gift card. Give them a digital code to those two games.
A bright blue rectangular water bottle with an American Girl inner star and a pop-up lid. You gotta stay hydrated. A pretend candy box for late night snacking. A green and white spinner toy to stay entertained while you watch a friend play. Because you know it is the Xbox Series X. There's no load times. Allegedly. A sticker sheet to create a customized console. Oh, here you go, Merge. This is for... Also includes an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a 30-day activation code and adult can redeem online.
Okay, now I'm happy. Now I'm happy. Now the question is does American Girl actually have an Xbox game, and is it on Game Pass?
I don't think so. Like the game they have here in this picture is AG Road Trip. Oh my God, this is...
All right, that is a missed opportunity. Let me go write up my my proposal to American Girl to make this game for them. Be right back.
What is this, bro? Okay, this is creepy. I think, yeah, I forgot I'm zoomed in on this website, so everything is just bigger than it needs to be.
Scroll down. Scroll down. No, yeah, good. Scroll down one more. If that's not the thumbnail for this episode,
I was gonna put Sarah Bond there.
Nope, it's got to be this one.
No! This creep. Oh, let's see. All right, I'll leave that there so I can remember to do that. I'm so mad now. Merge, what have you done?
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Does it have to be this big? It might end up being that big just so I can crop it right.
Whatever is the largest enough that American doesn't content strike you. So,
I mean, all I do is change the image. It's fine. It's whatever. Oh my God! But does this wait? We were here to answer a question though, right? Like, what is? Wait, there's a warning for it?
Oh, but you got to go to Reddit to see the warning?
Oh, no, not valid if you already have Game Pass.
The 30-day free trial?
I guess, yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah. If you've already got a free trial, then.
Wait, you could get an Xbox One S? So this isn't the first time, because like you could there's one where you get an Xbox One S.
Oh, so this is like a reoccurring thing. Okay.
It comes with 2 fake games. Blocks and Dance. The headphones look like it's a Beats headset. You know what? Does American Girl sell like boy dolls? I would get this for my son. I swear I would. Anywho, I don't know what hardware that American Girl makes that is in this program. I really want to know. If you know what? Hold on. Let's take it to Mastodon. Maybe somebody's up and can tell me. All right. Does anybody know what design for Xbox product is made by American Girl? I need to know immediately. I gotta know. I gotta know. All right. So, oh God, that's it. Yeah, you just on your own browser, and I'm just gonna hide you somewhere. Please don't show. Oh boy. So yeah, if you have one of the third-party controllers or accessories that aren't working with your Xbox, you've got until November 12th. So 10 days to get that shit fixed. Or you're just gonna be ass out of controller. It's the first of the month. Wait, isn't that a song?
It's the first of the month. Get up, get up, get up.
That's right.
The first of the month. Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I heard that for the past 2 days, but I wrote this article just before that, so I did not know it was a song. I made a joke before I even knew that it was going to be a joke. That's great. It's the first of the month. I did it. What's going on, Daija? But yes, it's time for new Game Pass editions, of course. Dungeons for Football Manager 2024 and the console variant. The man who erased his name is getting a day one release on Game Pass.
Yes.
What if
And also, I have a feeling since Yakuza Like a Dragon is on Game Pass, I got a feeling the Infinite Wealth is going to be on there at some point.
do you think,
if not day and date?
Do you think they'll drop Like a Dragon? Actually, isn't all of the Yakuzas still on there?
I don't think they'll drop it because
like all the other Yakuzas are still there.
Yeah,
They
left and they came back.
Yeah, I think they fixed something. They had to fix something or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so it was like wanting like Kiwami and Kiwami 2, they came back. And so, I mean, I don't know if they'll be on forever, but I don't think they'll be on forever, but I think they'll definitely be on there for a while.
Let's see. Spirit T is coming out. Thirsty Suitors launched on I think it's out now.
Yeah, it's out now.
Yeah, it's out now. On Game Pass. War Tales, which I could have had an early access to so many times, but I was just like, every time I've seen it, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But that is out now on console, cloud, and PC. Kevin's Enemy, Wild Hearts, is on EA Play.
Why's that your enemy?
Because he's a Monster Hunter fan.
Okay.
This is the Hydrox version. Well, actually, no. Yeah. Technically, Kev would be Hydrox in this scenario.
No, that'd be Dauntless. That's the Hydrox version of Monster Hunter.
No, Hydrox was first. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
Monster Hunter is always Hydrox. It's just this is a universe in which Hydrox won and not Oreos.
It's like Oreos came out, and it was good, and then Hydrox kind of felt like the.
I wish I could have a Hydrox cookie.
I've had Hydrox. It's not bad.
Do they still make Hydrox?
I think they do. It's distinctively different from It's distinctly different from an Oreo. Different. Huh?
It's different enough where they won't get sued. So
okay, somebody made a video in 2023 of eating Hydrox.
Mm-hmm. Let us know.
Leaf Brands Hydrox. Can I order Hydrox?
I feel like that's a possibility.
Wow, they are being spicy though. Leaf Brand is proud to bring back it's not the original. So Keebler, Kellogg's acquired Keebler and Kellogg's removed Droxies? What the fuck? This is... Wow, okay. Leaf Brands is proud to bring back the original sandwich cookie Hydrox. Yep, it predated Oreo and was always free of animal fats. The new Hydrox release is exactly the way you remember it, circa 1908 to 1999. Damn, so it was out since 1999.
Yeah.
It tastes like the original Hydrox you remember, less sweet than the others, and those amazing crispier cookies.
Yeah.
Look for them throughout the US. So people probably liked Oreos because, it's an easier and sweeter cookie.
Right. Because it was like Hydrox is basically like let the cream do the job that it does.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I will eat a Hydrox.
And then Oreo's like, yeah, let's give you like 11 different flavors.
Oh shit, you can order them on Amazon. Wow. Oh, that's a pack of 6.
Oh.
That did not do any better. Oh wait, they're both okay. So apparently I just can't buy like one pack of Hydrox.
See, that's disappointing.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, you're having food shipped, right? So
but you can still order one pack. It's like,
I don't like. Okay, like Amazon, the guy just shows us, yo, here's your one pack of Hydrox.
Yes, somebody who has ordered snacks and snacks and candy.
Like you've ordered
just one bag of something.
A bag of like gummy worms.
Yes, I have. Like, let me show you.
But you ordered it with other things, though, right?
No, it's like I ordered this, and then because I ordered multiple things. But if I said I wanted to order one bag of road bites, they would send me one bag of road bites.
That seems like a waste.
But again, it's not a waste when you have Prime.
That doesn't change anything.
It's like, dude, I bought if I bought a doll.
I'm not saying a waste for you in money. I'm talking like an ecological waste. The cost of fuel, the burning of fuel.
Amazon has
you're equating that in the vein of we're shipping one bag to one house in a various part of the country and nothing else. Yes, that would be a waste. But they're mailing other mail. That's how logistics works. They ship everything to one place.
It seems like a waste.
And then they spread it out to other places.
See, the funny thing is, I'm saying this.
That's how logistics works.
I am saying all of this, right? As earlier this week, I bought one cable from Amazon.
Yeah, I've done that too. I bought one cable.
I bought one cable. That was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I have no leg to stand on here.
Right. I bought Munchkin a doll, and that one doll came to the mail.
Again, but dolls are big. I'm talking about like one cable and one pack of fucking candy.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
It's like I had this is not the cable I had Amazon ship, but it's like if I had them ship this cable.
It's not like, oh, I'm gonna buy.
Yes, Diogen. I bought one of the. Well, actually, I can just show you because I'm logged in. I can just show you what I bought.
Oh, this is gonna be dangerous.
Is it though? So what? I bought a cable, some gloves, and a Sharps container. I'm not buying weird things that I remember. But yeah, I bought this cable because I dropped a hard drive and it bent the cable that's with the hard drive. I do need to replace it, but right now it is working and it's connected to a server right now. So I'm like, look, it's working now. I'm not moving it. It's going to be okay, but eventually I will need to remove the cable. I need to replace the cable.
That weird USB cable. What's the other end of that one?
I think that is
it's
a USB. It's a mic. I think it's a micro
USB
B
variant. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's micro B. Those are for like
hard drives.
Hard drives.
And
hard drives.
and a couple of those Samsung phones back in the day.
Yeah.
Before they started using USB-C, it's like, hey, we want the super speed, but we can't send super speed through regular micro USB. Yeah, it's micro. Yeah, it's USB 3.0, a male to micro B. So it allows for the super speed.
More you know. Thank you.
Yeah. But yes, Wild Hearts and Coral Island. How the fuck did we get the fucking How do we get to Amazon for fucking Wild Hearts though?
Because you were talking about something
Hydrox.
being the Hydrox version of Monster Hunter.
There we go.
And then we're like,
Yeah.
no.
We took a journey.
We did.
Well,
leaving on November 15th is Coffee Talk, Exapunks, Ghost Song, Gungrave Gore, the old football managers, Lappin, and Townscaper.
I recommend Coffee Talk. The little bit that I played of Coffee Talk is actually
Coffee Talk 2, I think, is on Game Pass now.
Yeah, Coffee Talk 2 is on Game Pass.
Okay, all right, hold on. Gloves, a bin, and cable. Something nefarious is happening. No, the gloves are so I can put gas in my car because after the pandemic, I do not like touching anything that all of the public has touched.
Same. I do the same thing at the gas pump.
The bin is because I am a diabetic and I need somewhere to put my needles for my insulin.
Yeah, your Lancets, yeah.
No, the actual needles, not the Lancets.
Oh, it's right.
I could put the Lancets in there, but I use like the Freestyle Libre. So that thing's like just embedded in my arm. And the cable is for the hard drive.
Yeah.
Nothing nefarious is happening. I feel like I don't have enough malicious thoughts in my head to do nefarious things, especially when I'm on Amazon. Like if I start having malicious thoughts, I'm like, all right, how would I get caught? Oh, first being on the internet, so fuck that.
Yeah.
The point where you're already logged into Amazon buying nefarious stuff, you've already lost.
Exactly. So it's like when I'm thinking nefarious, I'm just not on the internet. It's normally just me sitting on a couch, like just thinking about it, like because that's like my air gap system. This is why the neural link will never be inside of me. Only Psycho Manus can get me now.
Mm-hmm.
Once he sees the autoplay Castlevania, he's gonna have to leave me alone.
Mm-hmm.
Can't move my controller because it's a mouse.
Mm-hmm.
But then he just easily just glides it across the screen.
Ooh, that would freak me out.
Oh my god, what do you think happens in that scenario on the PC version of MGS1 now?
They'd be like, you're playing Metal Gear Survive. What do you think about that game? Do you think it was all right?
Bro, I know you lying because I did not buy that crap fast. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm. Put your mouse on the desk. Walk away.
Oh no, I've accidentally opened up Pornhub. Like, wait, what?
Huh?
I see that you're streaming. I will change your sources to where it opens to your browser.
Mm-hmm. I see that you're streaming. I'm going to change that to Suikoden.
What? There's a Rule 34 for Suikoden? Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The Starfield DLSS update is nearly in sight. Bethesda's come out and said that, hey, they have a beta, but they have not announced when. They just said soon. The beta will be coming to Steam first. They're going to be asking feedback from the community to make sure they can get this right before they release it out to everybody else. So if you playing this on Game Pass, yeah, you just got to wait a little longer. For some of us, it's kind of a moot point.
Mm-hmm.
Because you beat it. Now what?
That's doesn't apply to me because I'm playing on AMD and I haven't beat it yet, so I won't be seeing this update.
I mean, you'll see it. It won't apply to you, but
It won't work for me.
so Kev is probably the only one in position to actually be able to enjoy DLSS.
Actually, I meant to tell you, I have moved Starfield to Chunky Games.
I mean, but you want to come back to it, right?
Oh yeah, I'm coming back to it.
So
yeah,
again, so that's what I'm saying. Like, at least when you move it back, you'll have updated it. It'll have the DLSS update.
yeah.
I mean, of course, just like anything else, I will probably, like, I've also moved the game to one of my giant hard drives. But I will gladly put it back on the C drive just to see if DLSS does anything. But yeah, so soon TM is when you can expect it on Steam, and then after that, hopefully they'll have it out by the end of the year, for everybody. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Always in a position to make gamers look good. itch.io has released another bundle to try to help fundraise for humanitarian aid in Gaza.
Yeah.
Yet again, they have succeeded. It went on sale on October 26th. Their initial goal was $10,000, which they already shot past in just a few hours. And as of the time of this writing, they were over 200,000 raised.
Wow.
Okay, I want to make sure I linked it. If I did not link it, I'd be. Yeah, and they are closing in on 300,000.
That's awesome.
And this is, like, again, I do want to make sure I touch on stuff like this. There is another article on the site talking about internet access going out in Gaza. There were reports that said that it was back up, but it is going back out again, as I saw something today saying it was about to go back out. Because again, how can you keep the internet if you can't keep buildings powered? So yeah, if you have not grabbed it yet, it is only $10 on itch.io. It's a mix of games, tabletop stuff, visual novels, everything. It's like, again, it's the fact that like these indie devs do come together. Like, so, yeah, we're going to sit there and help folks who need help during this genocide. It just it's beautiful. You'll love to see it.
Does my heart good.
Yeah, a couple of
good on Itch
OSTs.
for doing this and continuously, and often doing it to raise money for things like this.
Yeah.
So,
charity bundles for social justice, Ukraine, LGBTQIA plus community. Like they do it. They understand the assignment and they help out when they can. And it's good to see that not only itch.io, but then the people who are buying these bundles are helping too. So damn, I knew I kept my GameCube for something. I got 4 ports to change over. Oh boy.
that was the Psycho Menace conversation, I think.
Oh, just that quick. I had lost the plot on that. A lot of tabletop games this time around. A couple of OSTs and ebooks. And Dodger, thanks you, Sin. And yeah, so yeah, $10 for the bundle, and you have until November 9th, so you got a week. So yeah, now we're getting to a point where SSDs are getting installed into graphics cards.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I can't say that I'm not. I can't say that I'm not.
I mean, you can always use more storage, and if NVIDIA is going to cheap out on that, there's those PCIe lanes, you might as well use them for something. So
the all-in-one feature is coming. And look, yes, I have quoted this one individual on the internet. He's made this statement at various points at various moments of his life. This Major Linux guy, he always says that he loves storage. What's going on, Otaku Man? How you doing? So yeah, they've added an M2 slot so you can install your NVMe SSDs inside of the graphics card. This is a RTX 4060 Ti. I imagine like, yeah, if you're putting, because I think the except even the PCIe Gen 5 NVMe's, so you know those things get really, really hot. I imagine that the fans of the GPU can keep it cool. The one thing that I would like to see this do, and I'm not sure if there's a technical way you can do it, is like using it for direct storage.
I mean, it's you're just using the PCIe lanes at this point, so
Right.
So it's just like a regular SSD. So it's not like it wouldn't be able to work, but it's not going to, like, it's not extending the graphics card memory or anything like that. It's just regular PC storage at this point.
But that's what I'm saying.
So
like if the because direct storage is taking the assets directly from your storage medium to your graphics card, bypassing the CPU, because you're just sending everything over PCIe. If the storage medium is in the GPU and are technically using the same PCIe lane, could it theoretically make direct storage even faster?
I think at this point, like that would be some hackery, because in this case, like it's still going from the PCU from the SSD into the CPU and then back into the GPU. So it's still a round trip at this point. Like, that would be interesting.
What was that noise?
It was my foot fell asleep, but thank you for letting everybody know.
No, I'm sorry, because it was weird in my ear. I'm sorry. I didn't.
Merge continue.
I'm sorry.
No, I mean that would be interesting. Like, see if they could just like, if the graphics card knows that it has an SSD attached, just like, hey, you know, maybe just go get it from there. That would be interesting. But yeah, I mean, I think in either case, like this is just, hey, you know, you've got a graphics card that's not using all the lanes. You might as well just use this as a SSD add-in card. Plug it in. You got to buy 8 PCIe lanes. I think it's a good idea. I think any graphics card that's not fully using all those PCIe lanes should include this. I think it's a good idea. But I think this is why you see this in the 4060 versus anything else that's actually using those 16 lanes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering why we weren't seeing this in like bigger cards. I feel like this would be a huge, massive upsell. Like, hey, this 4090 also has a SSD or M2 slot.
Yeah, the 4090 is going to use all those lanes.
Saturating all the lanes.
The 4080, well, it's that they're all active. I mean, you could run that card at probably a by 8, and you probably wouldn't lose too many frames. But if you're at 4090, then you're not going to want to do that.
Right. So yeah, if you're looking for this card, is the Asus GeForce RTX 4060 Ti 8GB dual OC plus 2280 M.2 SSD expansion slot. That is literally the name of that card. So, one, have fun. Two, apparently it is only being sold in Europe.
That's exactly what you would type in if you're searching for this card on Amazon. So I think it's a smart name.
Yes, it is an SEO. Is an SEO smart graphics card name.
What was the name of that card? It was an Asus graphics card, 4060 Ti, I think, with a SSD card. Like, what was that? Let me just type this in the name. Oh, here it is, right here. Done.
It's like the card with the M.2 slot in it. That
one.
Mm-hmm.
So this is this right here is that card, but does not have the SSD attached to it.
But you don't want that one. You want the one with the SSD card in it. Don't buy that one. That one's a waste of money.
Don't do it. But yeah, as you can see, no mention of an SSD. Let's see if we were to go to Amazon.
Like Daijin, that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
Just to be able to have that in a like a small form factor build.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Amazon doesn't even have this damn card.
And you still get those really good PCIe links.
I'm thinking that's because I've built a new small form factor using one of the gigabyte boards, and it's got one of the SSD slots is on the back of the motherboard. So if I need to swap that out, I have to remove the entire motherboard out of the build, flip it over to be able to replace it.
Mm-hmm.
Just having it in the graphics card, just like pop the graphics card out and swap it.
Yeah, makes sense.
I wonder what 2049 means. But yeah, this is
what means
2049. That's written on the back of this card.
Why am I not seeing 2049 on the back of the card? Oh wait, no, I see it now.
But yeah, like where that
this
2049
card is from the future.
Oh. But yeah, where that 2049 is in that logo, that's where the SSD would be. So yeah, Amazon is not selling that card, is not selling the SSD card or the SSD version of it. But I do have a link to that site that is selling it. You can get it for €559.90. So yeah. Also, it does say that it's currently unavailable. All right.
Really popular.
Or just not on sale yet. It's just hey, we have a listing for it. On the streaming news, of course, you know, I have not been shy of my thoughts on Kick. We'll figure out, you know, take another shot. Now that I actually have a website where I can compile my thoughts on it instead of looking at tweets and what everybody else is saying, I can kind of distill this information and put it into one place. Mainly because Nick Merckx, you know, popular streamer who decided he wanted the popular streamer who had his skin taken off of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 because of the fact that he was a very problematic person, to which, you know, Tim the Tap Man decided, you know, I'm gonna stand 10 toes down for this dude and his problematic statements. Take my skin out the game too.
To which we were like, okay.
Yeah. So Nick Merckx apparently is no longer on Twitch. He is over on Kick now.
Mm-hmm. Kicking it up.
Where he is able to gamble his life away if that's what he wants. He said on the he had made a statement saying that after one of his fans had tweeted, "Hey, are you going to be gambling again?" And he was like, "Gambling's a part of the contract." To where Kick was like, "No, it's not." But it was a part of his stake.com contract, which when I did my research on Kick, found out that stake.com owns Kick. And if you do not know what stake.com is a gambling website.
Yep. It's
that
like,
was kicked off of Twitch at one point.
Yep.
So the two co-founders of stake.com hopped up with your most problematic content creator. You may not remember him, but he was a dude who decided he wanted to just have a hissy fit on stream because women don't like him apparently. Trainwrecks TV, they all got together and said, hey, let's create the streaming platform.
Mm-hmm.
Which here I did not highlight the fact that when you do reverse DNSs on their URLs, it shows up as twitch.tv.
Or you just look at the website and you're like, yeah, it looks like Twitch in here.
Wait, wasn't it supposed to be based on like the leaked Twitch source code though?
I mean, if it was, that's one thing, but when your endpoints, when you're ingesting servers are Twitch, like, okay, you're doing a little bit more than that.
It's like, I mean, it is one of those things where it's just like, yeah, we don't have problematic people over here.
But
wink, wink.
It's like,
no.
Yeah,
but,
it's all the flavor of Twitch, half the morals. I'm sorry, half the scruples. There you go.
But I mean, you say that there aren't any problematic people over on Kick, but you have Felix Lingill, who was also known as XQC, a former Overwatch League player who was definitely problematic on and off the field.
Mm-hmm. And now there's complete and utter reaction videos where he pretty much just sits there and reacts to the entire video and doesn't say anything and actually leaves the video.
Caitlin Siracusa, aka Amaranth, I believe the streamer who decided she wanted to be in the hot tub and stream, caused a stank, and then Twitch added that feature after they kind of banned her.
Mm-hmm.
And then hey, we've talked about him, Nick Kolchev, aka Nick Merckx.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I talked about why people are leaving for Kick, which again, I would say like it's a very legitimate thing that people would want to do. Was it her? You know what? That kind of checks out. Okay, so this is talking about how she went to Kick. Yeah, it does. So it doesn't go into, at least this PC Gamer article doesn't go into any of her past.
I mean, for me, it's like, if the problematic people want to congregate on their own social media network away from where I am, let them do that, as long as I don't have to see their post.
So, I mean, and like that's one thing, but it's the thing too, or trying to get back to the creators, right? So, one of the reasons why people are leaving Twitch for Kick is their promise of a 95/5 revenue split or subscription revenue split. As someone who is not on Kick, I mean, I have an account just to see what it was, and then it was like, yeah, fuck that, I'm just out. I have not streamed on Kick. I don't know what it's like to be a Kick streamer. I do not know if you are able to get subs immediately after creating an account and streaming. So I don't know if there's an affiliate or a partner aspect to any of this. But again, like I pointed out, like it's better than what Twitch's is, which I believe is 50/50.
I don't see 95/5 as being sustainable for a long period of time. Like I think this is, once they gain a number of streamers, they're gonna revert that.
But I mean, if you're getting funding from a crypto casino,
yeah.
I mean, it's not like the crypto casinos are making a bank these days.
Yeah.
Like
you ain't got to make a lot, but we find out a lot. You ain't got to make a lot. You just got to pay a lot. And if you pay a lot, that gives you that illusion of being like, oh, there's some stuff going on here. There's because we
You think they're in
paying
it for the exit? They're just trying to get enough people so that they can be acquired. Okay.
Because if you show you have a active, viable base of users, so that's what I'm saying. You bring people in on like promise of like good checks, moderation.
They're not promising moderation.
But
they are not promising.
Right. So you bring in people with good splits and active and vibrant like communities, and then you say like, cool, put us on an NPO, sell it to some big overlord company, and then clock out.
And then when they announce, hey, this is not sustainable, everybody who cashed out was like, look, we were willing to keep it right. It's them who changed it, knowing good and well that we got it.
Right. And
that was kind of close.
And then meanwhile, everybody just kick it back to Twitch again with their communities from Kicked, and just be like, well, we're back.
You're saying that they're going to Jack Dorsey it?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. That's exactly what they're doing. Hot, like drop this literal hot boiling pot of magma in somebody's lap, and then have somebody else deal with it. They're just waiting for their Musk. They're just waiting for the Musk to pull up.
And who knows? Musk might actually pull up.
Yeah. And
I don't know. It looks like he's going to have to work a little bit before he's going to get another loan.
It's probably not going to be Musk, because he's got a lot. His plate's pretty damn full. But it's going to be somebody like a Musk, a big time venture capitalist, or a big crypto bro group or whatever. It's going to be like, yeah, we could buy this.
Oh, so and then just with the crypto manifesto.
Yeah,
well, and just was it an AI manifesto or some shit he wrote the other week.
And just as Major says, oh yeah, this is not sustainable. We're gonna drop down to maybe like 70-30, and it's like, yeah, that's not what I was promised though.
I mean, really, they just have to be successful enough so that Twitch folds, which, and according to the rumors, it might not be that difficult these days. So.
When they set that into the Amazon, I don't think they're gonna budge from that 50-50.
Nope.
But yeah, like Kevin said, like when we talk about moderation, there is barely any moderation on this platform. A lot of folks have been moving over to that platform, not only for that revenue split, but because of the fact that, hey, there aren't as many people who are telling me I can't say or I can't do specific things on a platform. It's a little bit like I put here, like, it's a little laissez-faire attitude to what's being displayed on their platform. Let's see, Aiden Ross, who has become chummy with white supremacists like Nick Fuentes, and who's definitely spewing bigoted shit. He's out there on Kick. But yeah, moving over to problematic behavior. They do seem to have some morals, some issues. Like apparently, if it's illegal, they will stop you from doing it. There have been streamers that were receiving fellatio on stream. Somebody was banned for a hidden camera conversation with a sex worker. And a couple of weeks ago, they just added a report button. They've been online for several months, and they just now got around to reporting a report button.
I mean, I don't think that's a core feature that their user base wants.
Which is true.
I think there's probably some sort of oversight law or something like that where they have to have one. That's the only reason they're adding it.
And then not to mention the security risk, which is something I think that was like my first conversation about Kick. Or no, that was the second. The first one was about, hey, they're using Twitch's infrastructure. The second one was about their security issues, which I went back and checked, and the individual who initially pointed out the security issues went on to try to let them know, hey, there's a problem on your website. You should fix it. They did not fix it. They just kind of covered it up. They just kind of covered it up with a blanket. Say, hey, the problem is still here, but it will not persist after a refresh of the website. But the problem is still here, though.
What is going on with your cursor?
There is a cat that follows it. You remember from like back in the GeoCity days.
Yeah. We're not doing anything else except for looking at the site from now on.
But I have other things I got to talk about.
We could talk about it, just don't navigate away.
But how can I see the other things? So yeah, allegedly have not solved any of those tech issues other than just like put a rug over it. So it's a thing where like, and then from what I've been hearing too, from what I heard too, like Kick was outside of TwitchCon. I think Kev, you had talked about that last week, right?
Yeah, I talked about that, and I was just talking about my homie. Just was in the midst of it, like not so much in the midst of it. It was more like she was trying to go into the building. They were trying to push into the building, and so she was just kind of like standing on the outside, waiting to go into the building, and her being waiting in the background while all this is happening. Meanwhile, the guy who's trying to film all this for posterity, so they could be like, "We own the Twitch elite. They won't let us in. They're afraid of us." And it's more like her just being like, and just this like black girl just standing, waiting to go in to a building that she can go into because she's not, she's actually wanting to go to TwitchCon. And y'all are blocking her from going into TwitchCon. And it's like her, and it's like from the back, and then you see her in the background of one thing, and it's like, is that Chrissy? That's Chrissy. Chrissy, what you doing in here, girl? I'm just trying to get in the building. And she's like, I'm just trying to get in the building. And I'm like, yeah, that was funny though.
So yeah, like they had a little lounge gaming area that was set up not too far away from the TwitchCon venue.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's one thing, like I understand like people's frustration with Twitch. For a number of reasons.
Oh yeah, I totally get
A
it.
number of reasons, but it's a thing of like, Kick is not that place.
No.
And it breaks my heart where people with at least decent sized followings go over there. It's like, do you not understand the dangers, whether it's security or safety?
Right. To add some kind of, it gives it a level of a legitimacy that it should never have.
I mean, most people are just concerned about making their money. They don't care about anything else. And
that's the unfortunate bit. And it's
as we had that conversation.
Yeah. It's like I can't fault them for doing it, but
at what cost?
It's like I still can't,
because as I was telling my mom this today, it's like all money ain't good money. Like just because you making presumably more money, it's not good money. And if it's not good money if it's at the cost of your community, who is coming into a situation that would not be safe and would be conducive to them. And it's like you wouldn't invite people to a party in the middle of the night in Silent Hill. So, but just so happens that it's a good. It's a great location. It's a wonderful venue. It was free and affordable for me. But yeah, it's still Silent Hill. still a bad place. You know, it's not a good place. Just because you got a good price on the venue doesn't mean it's a good place. So
Dodger says Kick streamers do be like, quote, I've not been hate rated on Kick. I'm sorry it happened to others, but it doesn't seem widespread.
I mean, that can be said with anything.
Exactly.
And yet, that still was a problem. It's still a problem. I've never been like accosted by, I've never been mugged, but people do get mugged.
Right.
It's kind of,
someone on Mastodon, I want to say about a week ago, put out a poll, but have you ever had any issues with law enforcement, or like, have you ever been detained by law enforcement? It's like, I mean, I said no. I've never been detained by law enforcement before in my life. In 35 years I've been on this planet, I have never been detained by law enforcement. That does not change how I feel about police officers and the policing in this country. Like, I do not care. Like, people that look like me are getting targeted. And it's like, it's a thing of like, that hasn't happened to me. It's more of a, that could happen to me.
You don't have to experience a bad thing to recognize that something is bad. Like, you shouldn't, just because it didn't happen to you, like, you should still be able to recognize
that is a problem.
Yeah, you should be able to see the problem. So that's kind of like my thinking though. And it's like, you know, and I knew a few people that kind of like went over, and I was like, maybe I should make like a junkie account and go over there. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Because
I mean, and it's this thing where it's like, I want this article to live in perpetuity. So look, there are not many people, like, again, I saw more Kick articles than I've ever seen coming from like The Verge, PC Gamer, Polygon, than I've ever seen before. But like, nobody is covering the issue like this. It's like, these are the reasons, like, again, not trying, like, look, we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
That led to somebody decide they want to show their whole ass on Mastodon. Still waiting for that apology, by the way.
Yeah.
But they want to show their whole ass on Mastodon. Talking about, I banned them because they spoke to them. I said, no, I do not care where you stream. I'm just saying, look at this. Look at this. And if you've read all of that and you okay with that, that's
you
great.
make peace with that, that's on you. I
need you to understand what you are walking into. Because it ain't great.
It's not the best. Again, like I said before, all money ain't good money. So,
I mean, I hope people find the success they're looking for, but yeah, like, it's a thing that's always been bothering me, especially given the conversation I've been having lately after having announced launching DCA, announcing that, hey, like, the job search thing is a wrap because nobody is calling back, to where it's like, man, like, I tell people what I'm doing now and they're like, well, I hope you find success, hope you get the money you're looking for. Like, I'm not doing this for money. This has never been about money for me. Like, I want to leave Twitch, not because I feel like I'm gonna get money somewhere else, because again, literally the place I want to go is a self-hosted solution.
Yeah. Like,
I want the control of my content. I can care less where the money comes from. I would love for people to support, but my thing is, I'm not doing this for money. I get people have to, but it's like, seeing what's happening with people going to Kick and then seeing what's going on Kick, it's like, I'm not that desperate.
I'm just, I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place with me and my content where I can just be like, yeah, I'm just here. Y'all just gonna get these chill vibes, however, whenever. And, and I am, definitely glad and help and, feel good that I've met people that have been very, helpful in me, and also kind of like helping me kind of like grease the wheels of this operation. One of them is this wonderful person down here.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so, yeah. And so it's like a lot of, You know, it's like a lot of, you know, people, and then just people out here. Major been awesome, Sin's been awesome, Anka's been awesome. You know,
And that's the thing too,
moderation,
like,
whatever.
And that's the thing too is like when I was a little bit more prosperous than I am now, it's the thing of like, yeah, I don't mind the support. I get what's going on here. If anything, I was very envious of a lot of people who were able to sit there and chase their dreams like that. And it's like, if I could do anything to help you continue to live that dream while I am toiling away, let me do that. And like, I had no problem with that. I believe in that whole support because you're providing something virtually for free.
Right.
And it's always something that I've wanted to do because I feel like it can be done. And it's like this conversation I've been having with my wife, especially about this, and I hate that I know about it, this Keith Lee shit in Atlanta.
Oh, that shit was funny.
It's like we've had this conversation about like, well, why is this happening? It's because of the fact that people project onto other people, especially people who look like you. Like in this situation, it's people who look like you, you're projecting what you would do on the people who look like you because you know that they're probably, you assume they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the issues in our, especially in our community, to where it's like, well, I don't want to support you because I know if the shoe was on the other foot, you wouldn't do it to me. And it's like, we shouldn't think like that. If you were enjoying content, if I have something that you want, like, why not support that? Why not help that person grow? Like, you shouldn't be always looking for something in return.
I don't know what the Keith Lee situation is. I'm gonna nod and pretend like I know what you're talking about. I'm almost afraid to. I'm almost afraid to know. Do we have time for another tangent?
It's quick. I mean, we're almost done anyway. We're about at the 2-hour mark. So with the Keith Lee situation, Keith Lee is a TikTok creator who does food reviews. He does not go into restaurants because his whole shtick is, I want to be treated like everybody else. I want to pay. Right. He wants to pay for his food. He doesn't want them to do anything special to it. He's like, give me the same, he's like, give me what you give everybody else. He normally, like, I think for most of his videos, it's takeout. Like he gets it DoorDash, Ubered, or he'll have somebody go into the restaurant and get the takeout, bring it to him.
Right.
That way they don't know it's him reviewing the food.
Right. And then he'll just review the food and then, he'll judge it. And then typically what happens is that creator, that restaurant will then get explosive business. I mean, go from maybe 2 or 3 orders, maybe like a few orders an hour, maybe like 1 order an hour to like multiple orders an hour. And I mean, he's done that all over his home city of Vegas. And then he's also kind of gone abroad and like helped people. So, people have called him and be like, could you just taste my food and just talk about it?
So now the issue is at this point is like he went to Atlanta to do this.
Yeah. And Atlanta's a different beast.
Right. So this comes back to the black folk going to treat black folk some type of way because they're projecting to where there are unwritten rules as to how food or how businesses or black businesses operate in Atlanta.
Or even written rules.
Okay, yeah. So there were just rules, period, about how businesses are run in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Because again, they're majority black businesses and they're catering to black folk.
Right.
So what the business, like they're trying to protect, they're trying to protect themselves, but only because of the fact that, I would do this to somebody. Let me make sure it doesn't happen to me.
Right.
And it's just this whole fucked up situation where it's like, apparently it was a big thing where it's like, he would start his video. As you can see, I have no bags because they would not allow takeout at certain times. Like they wouldn't allow takeout. It was so many fucked up rules.
It'd be like, you can't do online orders. You can't do call-in orders. You can't order from the thing. If you sitting down, then it's a long, like extensive wait. Some places have like time seating, which means like if you get a table, congratulations, you have 90 minutes to eat. And I'm like, sometimes that's good for some, but for others, that's not good for others. Because people talking, people like to talk, they drink, they have a good time, they're here for an experience. And so it's like they trying to get that quick turnaround and not have you sitting in like, because they only have X amount of cut tables and X amount of covers. So they have to get you in, get you out. And, you know, that, or you can wait, but you can't wait in the restaurant because that would be blocking. So you got to wait in your car. And sometimes you wait in your car for maybe like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours in the car, waiting to sit down at the table.
So,
and
what happened after, like, I mean, so he goes through his rules. And so what happens is like when his family comes back, kind of reports what's going on, he'll get out of the car. Because again, he's a well-known TikToker. He'll get out of the car, go into the restaurant, just like that.
Like, boom, let me get, what do you need? Let me order some. Because, I mean, they see you. They hear the tone. They see the dreads. And they're immediately like, oh, yeah, we get, like, or one place it was like, you got to wait an hour and a half for a table. He walks in. I can seat you in 5 minutes. And he's got and this is a party of 7. How you going to just seat a party of 7 in like 5 minutes?
And it, like, ultimately skipping all these people who were waiting in line.
All these other people who are waiting.
I mean, I get it from like the patron's perspective, but it's like that one party at 7 that could double your business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But it's like, only if that person is using it for clout.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to be like, you know, put me in, I get you in there. Like there was a thing about, I think it was like Cardi B had said, because she lives in Atlanta because of Offset. And so she was like, yeah, it's going to be an hour in business. And she'd be like, well, I need my food. Go ahead and drop my name. You know, she tell her assistant, go drop my name so I can get this order. Go drop my name so I can get these wings. Because I don't have time to wait an hour and so for it. But for Keith to just go in and being like, I just want to give people the opportunity to grow and have that business and show it off. And the ones who have literally said, yeah, we got you. Like one restaurant was like, oh, we close at 11. And then they were like, they pull up at 11 and she's like, well, I guess I'm gonna get some out to. She didn't even know it was them. She didn't even know it was them. She just said like, well, yeah, I'm gonna give you the opportunity. And then Keith was like, boom. No, then find out it was Keith. She's crying, and they triple her business because of that.
But then one of the restaurants that got that was going by these
that had the empty hands. That had the empty hands.
Yeah, they had the empty hands.
It was a real milk. It was a real milk and honey.
They decided they wanted to sit there and make a TikTok like, who this nigga?
Who's Keith? And they called him. That was the wild part. They called him. He says that in his video. They called him and they said, we hear you in Atlanta. You know, we want to invite. I think was it old lady? Was it might have been old lady gang? No. It was old lady gang when that happened. But so he basically goes down there. He sends his wife, like he does. He sends his wife out, wife and family. They were like, no, you can't. It was like 4:00. I think it was like 4:00. They closed at 5. It was at 4, and so he's like, oh. Can we do orders? And he was like, no, we ain't doing the order. We deep clean them right now. We deep cleaning an hour before
closing.
Before closing, when you should deep clean at closing.
Right.
Well, like everybody else does.
Well, I guess because I would say that maybe they want to get their employees out at 5. Because again, look at it. People walk in at the last second. We can't leave until 6, 7 o'clock. Yeah. So
I've definitely been there. It's closing time, and people walk in, and you got to sit there and wait for them to finish their full meal,
right?
And then before you can close. So I definitely understand that.
So yeah,
are people mad at Keith, or are they mad at the restaurants who broke the rules for him?
It's split. Like I imagine, like the restaurateurs and probably some of the fans of the restaurants may be mad at Keith. But most of the people are standing 10 toes down with Keith because like he's not wrong. It's like, look, like to understand his shtick, I don't want to be treated any differently. Just let me order your food, eat your food, say how it is, and then go on about my business.
Right. And Keith is really not telling them like, don't hate on these businesses. Don't drop no 1 stars. Don't go at them. Actually go to the restaurants to go see what the experience is. But I'm just reporting on my experience, and I found the experience lacking, that's pretty much the kiss of death right there, because it's like, because Keith had a bad experience with that. Then that also kind of reinforces a lot of other people's bad experiences, because why couldn't he just order his food, and then y'all can go ahead and like at least take orders up until 5, if all you're doing is saying, hey, you can only take in takeout orders, so that people don't have to actually sit down, because we're about to close down. At least let people order their food.
I mean, I can understand, but it's like, being from someone who's not from the area, is like, I wouldn't have good things to say about your restaurant either if you had all these rules about, I mean, I understand not being able to wait inside. It's busy. Y'all trying to turn tables or whatever. You got to get people in and out.
Right.
I can understand that. But you're talking about, I got like a 90-minute wait before I could order. And that's just normal.
Yeah.
And you're talking about, an hour before you close that I can't order.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to be happy about this experience. Like,
right.
How good is your food where it makes that worth it? Like, I'm just sitting here, like, from my perspective, like, the people out here waiting in and out lines wrapped around the building to get subpar hamburgers and soggy, and marshmallow fries. I'm like, I don't have good things to say about In-N-Out, and that's the same thing. You got this extraordinary wait for no reason.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing. And then of course, when he pulls up, he walks in there and he's like, we can go ahead and put your order in. I mean, you just saying you would shut the grill off and you scrubbing out the grill and the grease trap. Now all of a sudden you trying to throw something up real quick? Nah. And he was like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna do the empty hands. And then after that, then y'all have the audacity to say, like, who's Cleve Lee? But when your employees were like about to break their backs, necks, and fingers trying to flap an order together, now all of a sudden you trying to pretend like, who is Keith Lee again? As if you don't know. And then the video had to be taken down, and then the iOS apology, but that was too little, too late at that point. And then so it's just bad, and it's essentially what I always say. Dang near once a week, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And the biggest stupid prize is you. So, and then
I could see. Sorry to interrupt you. So I could see, like, if you got empty hands because you started cleaning the grill, like, I completely understand. It's like, no, we are not about to dirty this thing up again. You're out of luck. I do have issues with you closing an hour early. Yeah, and it's like it's
like. The grill is open and I am serving people until 5 o'clock. Not like it's like 4 and then look, at 5 o'clock, y'all just need to be out this bitch.
Right. It's like they hear the barbershops keep closing, but it's like, okay, but y'all stop taking customers 4 hours before y'all close. Y'all don't keep consistent hours. Y'all, there's so many things that's wrong with how y'all handling customers, but want to know why y'all barbershops keep closing. Yeah. Like, at some point you gotta look in the mirror here.
But so that's the Keith Lee situation that's going on.
That's Keith Lee's situation.
Not entirely sure again how we got there, but that's where we are. I actually do not have a thread on
I am firm. I am firmly and fixedly on the side of Keith Lee on this one. Don't be sending hate to these people. Don't be sending malice and 1-star reviews. If you live in Peoria and you sending like 1-star reviews from like Old Lady Gang and you ain't never even stepped foot in Atlanta. But it's like, if I go to Atlanta, because I am trying to plan a trip to Atlanta for at least maybe MobileCon. I'm praying, fingers crossed, at least MobileCon or Anime Weekend or something like that, or DreamHack. DreamHack's the goal. That's the one. Try to and I'm trying to look for nice little spots while I'm up there, and I'm taking notes. Like, I'm looking at Juicy Jerk. I'm thinking about Juicy Jerk because they got some good. I like Jamaican food, and I'm looking at Rasta. One place with Rasta pasta, and I'm like, I want that. Like, So I'm looking at places that I can go to, because again, as somebody, as somebody who has been to places that have not had the best of service, I can tell you, never want to go back again. But I never went to send hate to those places. I just know that my experience was shitty, and I won't recommend you go. But I'm not going to spread hate. I'm not going to tell you like, okay, go to their Yelp page and bomb them, and bomb them, like crazy. But I am saying I didn't have a good experience, and I wouldn't recommend you do go. But don't send them hate though.
All right, moving on to updates. It's an Xbox October update that has been released. Outside of third-party controllers are not going to be working after a couple of weeks. Keyboard mapping for Xbox controllers is now available. This is more or less for the PC, the Xbox app on PC. And it only works with the adaptive controller and the Elite controller. Which, for the whole thing of, there may be extra buttons on a keyboard that you will want to map to the other buttons, like the paddles and whatnot, sure. But they also mention if this PC game does not have controller support, you can map buttons on the Xbox controller. To which I said, well, if that's the case, why not include a regular controller in this?
My only thing is I think both the adaptive controller and the Elite controller are intended to be programmable, right? That's
But this
their
is just
intended
mapping. But this is just mapping of controls through the app.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, I think this is it's just market segmentation.
So it's saving it to the onboard storage of the controller, and not necessarily okay. Okay, I can see that.
So that mapping basically travels with the controller.
Okay, I can see that now. Because if it was you can map an Xbox controller and it worked on Steam, I'm now realizing this may not be working on Steam.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't do with on Proton. You've got the controller mapping that they do on the Steam level, so maybe, that would be something they could do. But it looks like in this case that they're just not doing it.
Also, anything that's running on Windows or in the window from any Windows app, I'm pretty sure it's if this is meant for they have their own controller shortcuts if it allows controllers or whatever. I don't think they have many old games that run that are in the Windows Store that wouldn't have controller support. The other thing too is, you know how you don't like to be tracked on anything? And so many of these companies ask for optional data. Well, now they're saying that instead of you having to do that on every Xbox you log into, you can set it at the account level. So when you set it in one place on one Xbox, no matter what Xbox, PC, or mobile system you log into, those same options are saved. That way you don't have to change them again. If you don't get asked if you want to share optional data on additional systems that you log into.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually using your internet logged in account for what an internet logged in account should be used for?
Yes, it's an amazing concept.
Wow.
That only Microsoft could think of. Speaking of Microsoft, Windows 11's latest update is finally here with Copilot, which was technically released, but not really. But here it is for everybody. And last time I checked, I did not have access to that update. And I don't know where Copilot is. I have not seen it.
But you got the update, but not Copilot?
I don't know if I have the update.
Okay, because I know they roll it out, so it's not not everyone's going to get that update. And there's no real rhyme or reason between when they can pick a computer to be eligible for the update or not.
Yeah, I just got the security intelligence update for Microsoft Defender. I
Those are
looked at
always
my
exciting.
optional update, and there's still nothing here. So I don't know. I don't have Copilot. Apparently the update is out. So hey, mileage may vary on that one. And if you have a Samsung S23 and you live in Europe, One UI 6.0 and Android 14 is now available to you. Of course, this is signaling to the US that, hey, possibly in a week, you'll get it for your shiny Galaxy S23 too. Excuse me. Also on the site, there is an article pointing out which devices will be getting Android 14. Galaxy S10 was cut off. The original Galaxy Fold has been cut off. And the Galaxy Note.
Ooh, the Galaxy Fold already?
The first one.
The first one? Still, that's an expensive device to not get support for very long.
Well, I mean, these are still the devices that they were guaranteeing, I think, at least 3 to 4 years.
How long has the Fold been? Has it been the 3 years yet for the Fold?
I mean, they have the Fold 5 out now, so.
Yeah, okay.
All the flips are getting it. The worst bit about that is that the Galaxy A23 isn't getting updates either, and it came out last year. I would say that, I mean, it's a budget phone. I honestly, I don't think. Let's see. There were a couple of budget phones that were getting it, but I don't remember which one. Let's see if I can. Okay, so I did not. The tags on some of these are terrible. Give me a second. There we go. So Android 14 is not tagged, which is weird because it's titled Android 14, but it's not tagged Android 14. So the A54, wait, this is the A53 is getting it. I don't know. I'll check my source. Oh, wow. More phones were added since I wrote this article. Wait a second. Also, the notes been oh, no. They've edited this article. So the information has changed. They took phones out. So the Fold 2 is not getting it. And the Flip 5G and the Flip 1 aren't getting it. They took out the Note. Wait, hold on. Update to address the elephant in the room. The Galaxy S20 series, Note 20 series, Flip 5, the Flip and 5G, and Fold 2 were not expected to get One UI 6.0, but Samsung's wording here is pretty clear. The quote below is a footnote on Samsung's blog post and refers to a new camera feature which requires One UI 6.0 or higher. Many of the devices listed would need to be getting the update. Available on the S23 series, 22 series, 21, 20, Note 20, Z Flip Fold 5, Flip 5, Fold 4, Flip 4, Fold 3, Flip 3, Fold 2, Flip 5G, and Flip LTE, A54, 53, 34, 33, M54, M53, M34, M33 devices operating on One UI 6.0 or above. And here's the second update. Samsung has now removed the Galaxy S20, Note 20, Galaxy Z Flip, Z Flip 5G, and Z Fold 2 from its published list. We have updated our coverage accordingly.
I guess I am not a Android phone users, but would users of those phones typically expect an update to this OS?
Apparently one is.
One is.
I mean, talking about it in chat right now.
Yeah, I see that
one. 2 years of updates is customary. Let's see, the A73. Yeah, that is kind of fucked up. This phone came out April 22nd, 2022. Like, damn, what the fuck, bro? Like, to God's a point, like, to call, if I don't see an article on DCA by the weekend, I'm gonna be really upset with you for real. It's like, at this point, you have no excuse. Like, I mean, y'all, like, the two of y'all have seen him in literally every channel after an article I post. Like, this is why. Put pen to paper, man. Look, I'm almost willing this site will live or die by Takal's ranty posts.
Mm-hmm.
We need that conflict that I am not willing to give people.
Mm-hmm.
Because all of my ire is pointed at companies. I mean, his is too, but he's got valid points. I'm just like, fuck CEOs, eat the rich.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you had pretty strong opinions about Kick in that article.
Yeah. That was about
it. I thought you were trying to trying to keep it news related.
No,
if you're thinking about opinions and hot takes.
That broke for me when Xbox announced that Series S bundle. You expect the world of me, but I'm only just a man.
But only just a man.
It only takes a man or woman or person.
It takes one person to change the world.
Exactly. You can be that person, type.
I believe in
you.
I believe in you, Takal.
We do. But yeah, that broke like, it did not last very long because the Xbox Series S bundle broke me.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, just the onslaught of, hey, we gotta cut jobs, but look at all this money we made. Yeah, I was like, fuck this. Like, I'm gonna report the news, but also let me add this editorial note at the bottom. Like, I thought about doing what 9to5 Mac and 9to5 Google does, and it'd be like, editorial note at the bottom. Was like, no, fuck this. This is a part of the article. You were going to know. Like,
you don't care if you get invited to the press briefer or not.
I do not. It'd be nice, but like, even this Kick article, if we really want to keep it about, it was supposed to be just about Nick Murs talking about gambling, like having gambling streams on Kick. I didn't even make it to the first sentence before I was like, nope, this is just my rebuke on Kick.
You know, I think they would invite you to KickCon.
They probably would.
See, that's the thing, though.
And that's the
like, Twitch wouldn't invite Kick to the conference or wouldn't let him in, but Kick would definitely be like, "Yeah, come on, come in."
Well, tell us how you really feel.
I mean,
well,
but
on that
unleash
note,
the clip.
But on that note, it's the end of the show, gentlemen. What y'all got going on this week?
So you want to go? I mean, Bird, you want to go first?
Well,
I go by either. This doesn't matter.
Man comes on the show and gets a whole new identity.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's why I'm here. I am the Hydrox of sin.
Oh
you go.
my god.
Now, am I the original or or am I the knockoff? I'll let you decide. So now I'm just trying to survive the work week. Well, again, I've been trying to do some streaming and things like that, playing some games, and that's not really been happening. So we'll see if I can't pick that up next week. Working on a few things, trying to just keep my head above water. So that's what I'm doing. I am just concentrating on surviving end of year shenanigans at the day job.
Indeed. It's Munchkin's birthday on Sunday,
Ooh, happy birthday.
and she's gonna be 8, going on 28.
Ain't that high, Vito?
Yeah, I like, don't tell her, but she's getting her own little Halle Bailey. So yeah.
Oh, so that's what that picture was.
Yeah.
I was like,
So
why is he buying, like, I don't know where I saw all the pictures. It had to have been on Instagram. No,
probably on Discord, because I didn't post. I posted
that's where
one
it was. That's where it was.
Yeah, it was in the Discord. It was in the Caviverse. And
That's where it was.
I also posted this wonderful creature, because, again, fuck turfs, but still, I thought this was adorable, and it was on
This
sale.
goes back to that conversation we were having about how in the hell did Hogwarts Legacy get as high as it did.
Mm-hmm. So squishy, and it was on sale. Funny enough, it was on sale, and so I was like, and I'm a unabashed, uncompromising Hufflepuff. Squish. And I love badgers, so it kind of works out. And I love black and yellow.
Did it turn out? It should be up. I was just on it. I was literally using it for this entire show.
Yep.
I should hope it's up.
Yep. And just gonna be lost in the sauce that is Sandrock. And what else? Lost in the sauce of Sandrock. Oh my god, next week. That's also gonna be a lot. I mean, there's gonna be just bangers every week, every day, every week on this game. Finally, might even try and crack into Ishin, because I've been like, yo, I want to play Ishin. It's sitting there.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that statement again?
Crack into Ishin?
See, initially I heard, I'm gonna try crack space into Ishin. My friend was like, you want to do what?
Merge, did you hear that?
I did not hear that.
Cat, did you hear that?
I heard try crack.
There you go.
Ishin.
Yeah. So again, I think it really needs, because I don't know how in the world Major could be able to hear things correctly, but then also hear me moan about my foot, about my sucked foot, but can't hear actual factual words in full sentences, but can hear my pain at my pins and needles in my foot for reasons. You have the worst form of selective hearing out here.
I do.
The worst.
I do.
Cause Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm going to try my hand at playing Ishin at some point. And also, I don't know when does Coraline 1.0 come out? It doesn't matter. I have way too many. It's way too many sweats out here. But yes. And also preparing the house for Thanksgiving, meaning cleaning the cabinets, organizing the pantries,
November 14th,
doing. Yeah, that's when Coral Island. And I think Spirit Tea is that next day. So yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
Spirit Tea is the day before.
Yeah, it's gonna be the 13th. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's literally like one awesome cozy indie game and another awesome cozy indie game the next day. I am in Sandrock in the midst of it. Yeah, I'm gonna be all cozied out. and then like SteamWorld Build the 3rd, or is it the 1st? I can't even tell you. So many cozy games, too many slices.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need hands-on for all of these cozies.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on it. I'm definitely gonna
Well,
I'm gonna get on it.
videos. They give me videos.
No, because I want to write. I could also add like old coverage of games that I've
because
done.
like to be fair, like that's what I did for Forza and the finals.
Yeah, so
I took the stream archive for both of those and then wrote thoughts on the bottom of them.
Yeah, I think I will drop some. If it's okay, I'll just drop some of my videos.
Yeah, I mean,
at the end. So
yeah,
because I definitely did the coverage for Spirit Tea. I didn't do anything for Coral Island, but I might do a little something for that.
I mean, anything you feel like is going to help your article.
Yeah. But yeah, so definitely a bunch of me prepping for a lot of cozy games and cooking and baking and whatnot. So that's pretty much it for her. So yeah.
Sorry, I had to drop a quote in the chat.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Squishy, squishy.
I'm starting to feel like J. Jonah Jameson. Get me pictures of cozy games.
Mm-hmm. Parker.
Like I realized
give me pictures. Give me 200 words by Friday. And also, I want pictures of Spider-Man.
Like when people have been asking me about writing articles and shit for the site, like all I can think of is like when I'm trying to help people, like do what you got to do. I was like, but at the end of a conversation, I feel like J. Jonah Jameson.
I'm like, your wife just called. She lost the checkbook. That's the best news I heard all day.
Do you know much about building NAS systems? I mean, I know how to make an NFS and an SMTP, not SMTP, that's SFTP, or a Samba server. I can connect things to. I can do some things with storage. Technically, I have a NAS, but it is a DAS that is connected to a Linux server.
Yep. Hey, run RAID 0 for redundancy. That's all I know.
That's not redundancy. That's just a very big drive.
Mm-hmm.
Don't run RAID 0 for redundancy.
Is RAID 1?
I mean, anyone other than 0.
Okay.
Because if you lose a disk in 0, that's it. You're fucked.
Yeah, so it's RAID 1. Again, I don't know much about it.
So yeah, do not run RAID 0 for redundancy.
Wait, no, it's RAID 1. Okay.
Like, yeah, I am running RAID 0 on that DAS that I have, mainly because like I need to figure out what to do with these old videos, but at the same time, it's like I don't care enough about them. Towards like if I lost the disc, yeah, I'd be fucked. But I think that eventually I am gonna have to solve that problem. But yeah, right now is not that time. I do not have the money to buy extra discs to solve the problem. Let's see here. Okay, someone I know is looking to build a NAS for their podcast YouTube channel back up. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of video, and I'm currently going through and trying to figure out where the redundancies are, and so I can get more space back. But yeah, it is a nightmare. It's something I should have been doing ages ago, but I haven't because I've been lazy. Diogen, what do you get? I'm gonna block Diogen. What are you talking about? No. Anywho. This weekend, I've got Extra Life, 25-hour marathon starting Saturday at 9 or 10 a.m. I don't know. If it's at 9, it'll be 25. If it is at 10, it'll be 24. Slapping on a bunch of Motorola Pebbles. Get out of here. So I'll be raising money for Duke Children's Hospital here in Durham, North Carolina. So definitely, if you would like to come through, I'll be streaming here on this channel. But also, I'll have a Mac Studio running RDU Extra Life Guild. Don't worry, I will put links to that later on. It is a name that I did not choose for our Extra Life Guild. I am going to change that now that I have access to that Twitch channel, because what the fuck. But yeah, this year normally I kind of celebrate, or I celebrate the year by trying to run a stream for 24 hours. Like that's my whole big thing. On top of trying to raise money, this year I'm going to try to do it with 2, and I'm doing one with a Mac. It was the first time I've run a Mac stream for 24 hours, so kind of looking forward to that. It's going to be some fun. I don't know what I'm going to play. It was supposed to be Starfield, but I beat it. Now there's nothing to do.
New Game Plus?
I mean, maybe. But yeah, outside of that, of course, there's more DCA stuff that's going on. Definitely check DCanalyst.net for more articles. I realized I've written over 100 articles, and another reference that popped into my head was Hamilton. When they were talking about the Federalist Papers, like he had 2 other people helping him. One person stopped because he got sick. Another dude just stopped because like, look, this is too much. And Hamilton like wrote 80, like the other 80 articles. So I'm sitting like, Uncle wrote 1, Merge wrote 3, and what did Major write? The other 109.
Are you shaming us? On your
No,
podcast?
I am not, and that's the reason why I have not said anything about it.
He's running out of time.
Yes, yes. But I had to stop and I listened. Oh shit! I've written 109 of these.
Yep. How are you running? Are you running out of time? Meanwhile,
Look, no, to call. I'm like, look, bruh. You're writing articles in Discord. Before you showed up, we thought that maybe the thing we should do is just copy and paste your conversations into the site.
I mean, to be fair, we were going to run it through ChatGPT first.
Yes. Because who isn't running AI generated articles on their site? I mean, I'd be stupid to not do that. If I want to be some of the best, I also need to incorporate AI. So that every site is doing, what every company is doing, why am I not doing it too? And of course, Kev found it. Oh boy.
Me is like one last time. I would have sit under my own vine and fig tree.
I'm not gonna miss my shot. No, that's not it. What was it? What the fuck is it? What's the one about the shot?
Mm-hmm. And I gotta get my last shot.
No.
And then of course, hold on. Looking that up.
Yeah, same here. What is the one about this?
Oh, it's my shot. It's called My Shot.
But what is the line? Is it I'm not gonna miss my shot?
I'm not gonna miss my shot. Like,
it sounds right, but I don't know if it's right. That's the problem.
So that's the Hamilton song. That's the Hamilton song that I like. But also like the one Aaron Burr song is like "Room Where It Happens." And then when Hamilton says like the line where he says like, and it's like you got all you take, and I wanted what you got. And when you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it. You get hate for it. You get nothing if you wait for it. You know, like. So yeah. Good.
But yeah, so that's it. Mm-hmm. Writing, Extra Life Saturday, so definitely tune in. Donate if you can, but honestly, just supporting will be enough. Got some amazing people who've definitely helped plan the event. So hopefully we should have some fun. If not, you get to see me being very delirious early in the morning. It'll be great. But outside of that, not much else is happening. Thank you all for tuning into another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for, what is it? Oh yeah, November 2nd, 2023. Of course, on behalf of Kevy Kev, on behalf of West Coast Sin, Merge Conflict, being host Mark Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux. Definitely check out dcanalyst.net for all the latest or somewhat latest in tech and gaming and streaming news. That's right, it's news there. Not fucking nugs. We don't do nugs, we do news now. I'm off to hopefully avoid all the people streaming RoboCop and its racist bullshit. Again, that's what make RoboCop great. It's the racism. It's just a subtle racism or not so subtle racism.
Yep.
That's why it's the best RoboCop game. Yep, this is just like it was in the 80s. But of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world watching any stream, or you could have been reading the tech and gaming news yourself, but you said no. And I don't know why you said no, but I appreciate that you said no. Normally I'd have something, but I don't this time. And on that bombshell, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever. The second.
Bio.
The second.
He remembered.